Your name, where you live, where you work, your email, your phone number, your likes, dislikes, age, height, weight. All this information seems meaningless, but everything has a price. So there are two things I want to do today. First, I'll show what our data is being used for, and second, I will figure out how much is it actually worth. So before I figure out how much my data is worth, we need to understand how and why it's being collected.
Think about your social media accounts. A lot of us post thoughts, memes, and daily stories. While this seems pretty ordinary, it actually reveals who you really are, from your hobbies to where you hang out with your friends.
Now, picture a group of ultimate internet stalkers who read your every update, analyze your interests, and keep tabs on your online activities.
In the real world, these individuals are known as data brokers. And you may ask, why do data brokers need all that stuff about me? The answer is simple: to make money. I mean, I don't know anyone who would need a profile of somebody's mom or dad, but actually marketing companies would love to buy the data so they can provide more targeted ads. So if you ever wondered how you are getting those creepy accurate ads on social media, this is your answer. It's simple. When you engage with posts, for example, about fitness and healthy living, advertisers take notes. They use this info to display ads for things like workout gear, supplements, fitness programs, and more, hoping to catch your attention and encourage you to buy those items. So this was not surprising. Pretty much all of us knew this basic information. But there are a few points that might be new to you. For example, your social media posts give insights into how risky your life is. That sounds strange, doesn't it? But hear me out.
If you visit websites related to motor racing, wingsuit jumping, etc., insurance companies may take a notice and potentially increase your fees. Here's another example for you. Banks can determine whether you have a history of using a credit card to buy luxury items. Based on this information, they can decide whether to charge you a higher or lower interest rates for any loans you take out. One of the biggest banks in America, Wells Fargo, even states on their website that they analyze information from data broker companies. As you may see now, your online entries can influence decisions made about you, affecting your real life. I want to give you some more context. Data industry is huge. It's estimated to be worth around $268 billion. For this money, you could buy half of the United Arab Emirates economy output and the full economic output of Portugal produced in a year's time. With that being said, I want to give the main stage for TransUnion, Equifax, Epirus, Moody's Corporation, ZoomInfo, and Experian. To make it simple, let's put it in numbers. Each of these companies holds from 4 to 9 data brokers under its wing. Looking at their last year revenue, Epirus made the least, $18 million, and Experian the most, $6.3 billion. That's a really crazy amount for one organization. $6.3 billion is enough money for NASA to launch and operate a medium-sized space mission. Okay, so if all this data broker business is so profitable, how much is your data actually worth? Well, let's find out by examining my data. I will put it on a personal information calculator from Financial Times to see how much my private details are worth. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to do the same with yours. And with everything I have, I can make a stunning amount of 35 cents. Now, while 35 cents seems minuscule at first, imagine how many people log into Google every day. It can be 100,000, a million, a billion. And now it's obvious how this data industry is so profitable.
So the natural question that comes up is, should I even care? There is a very common sentiment. I have nothing to hide, therefore nothing to fear. After all, data collection is not all bad. It can be used for businesses to improve their services, track down criminals, improve treatments, treat diseases, and even predict epidemics.
But what if your data got into the wrong hands? What if it sold to individuals with bad intentions? What would happen if the powerful government used this knowledge against people who are publicly against them? Would you care then, or that will be already too late?
At the end of the day, a large number of free apps and websites we use rely on data collecting to remain profitable. So would you be willing to pay a subscription fee to Google, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok if doing so prevented those businesses from collecting your data? And for some of you, that hustle would be worth it. But for me personally, I don't know, probably not.
But is there something that can be done so your information won't be collected? Well, yes, you should make all your social media accounts private. This will prevent at least some of it being collected. You should also watch carefully what information you share on publicly available websites and just use common sense online. Now it's time for the sponsor of this episode, which is obviously Incogni. If you are worried that there's too much data already collected about you on the internet, you can opt out it manually one by one. But that would take ages, as there are thousands of data brokers holding our information. Incogni automates this process and works on your behalf. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. Check out our other videos where you can find a lot of useful information on how to delete your info from the internet. See you in the next video. Surf safe and stay incognito.